Who would you be without that thought? That thought. The one that says you're not good enough. The one that says, but I don't know how. The one that says, it's easier said than done. Who would you be without that thought? Without the thought that says, yeah, but I'm not smart enough to make more money. The thought that says, well, the rich people have all the money, and I'm greedy if I have too much of it, and at least I'm happy. Who would you be without that thought? Without the thought that says, there's no good guys left. I can't find the right woman. I might always be alone. I feel like life's punishing me. I don't understand why this is happening to me. The problem is, if I can lose 20 pounds, then I'll be there. And I'm just not smart enough. Who would you be without that thought? Who would you be without it? Let me tell you, you would be exactly who you've always been. You've just forgot. You were made in the image of God. And not only in the image of it, you are an individualization of it. You are an individualization of this intelligence, of this divine universe. Because God's in everything. It's in the tree bark. It's in every single part of my face. It's in money. It's in cars. Because everything is energy, and this energy is God. So it never went anywhere. Your divine nature has always been there. It's just that we've developed an ego, and the ego thinks it's separate from God, and it's separate from others, and it's separate from what it wants, and the ego lives from the past and memorizes the past, and then it says, well, I don't know if I could do it. I mean, I couldn't possibly make $100,000 a year, and how would I do it? And, I mean, I don't know if this will work. Who would you be without that thought? Ask yourself that. Every time the negative thought comes up, say, who would I be in this moment without that thought? Who would I be in this moment I'll tell you who you would be. You would be unafraid. You would be unafraid. You would be unafraid to fall. You'd be unafraid to fail. You would be unafraid. You would have no doubt. You would have no worry. You wouldn't fret time. You wouldn't care what other people said. Because you knew something. That you were already good enough. You weren't here to prove your worth to other people. You were already smart enough. You weren't here to doubt yourself. You already had all the resources. Because all the resources are created by consciousness. And God gave you consciousness. So you wouldn't worry about any of that. You would just say, well, what do I want? Not what do I think I can have, but what do I want? What do I actually want out of my life? If I'm here, trapped in this little body for a certain amount of time, what do I want to do with my time? Do I want to live in Hong Kong? Do I want to be a business person? Do I want to be an artist? Do I want to be a writer? Do I want to be a builder? Do I want to be a doctor? Do I want to be a lawyer? Do I want to be an artist? Do I want to be a musician? Do I want to hike and climb mountains? What do I want? And if you follow that desire, whatever the desires are for you, what do you want? You know that you're going to get to exactly where you're supposed to be. Because God is always on your side. God has never left you. The perfection of the universe has never left you. Abundance has never left you. It's a paradox. You may be in financial poverty or limitation right now, but abundance has never left you. And to the degree that you identify with your present circumstances, whatever they are, that's to the level you can create your future. When I identify with the fact that I am unlovable, I am broke, I can only create from that level. But when I recognize instead, who would I be without that thought? Who would I be without that thought? Ask yourself that. Who would I be without that thought? I know you can think of the thoughts that come up for you. Who would you be without them? Well, I wouldn't be anybody. That's right, technically. You technically are nobody because you're not your body. Technically, you're a soul. You're a spiritual being in a physical body. What is spirit? Spirit is what makes manifest everything in this visible light realm. So, what would you be if you weren't your body? If I was using my body, but I wasn't it. Therefore, I wasn't confined to all the limitations of it. My present circumstances, I don't have the money, I don't have the resources, I did bad in school, I have ADHD, I have ADD, I have this problem, I have this problem. But if I wasn't my body, who would I be? I would just basically be an individualization of God. And what is God? Perfect, all-knowing, has the ability to achieve anything, attract miracles every single day. So that's who I am. That's who you are. That's who we are. Now that you know this, what do you really want? What do you really want? Because that desire, the word desire, means of the Father. So your desires, like the true big desires that you have, it's actually God speaking through you. Because you're a pipeline for universal intelligence. You're just a channel for universal intelligence. It's always broadcasting. It's just that a lot of times we don't notice because we're stuck in attaching to our present circumstances and our present level of identity and thinking I am my body and I am my things and I am my past and I am my failures and I am my bank account and I am what other people said about me. But that's not me. That's not you. Who would you be without those thoughts? So every single day you can ask yourself this question. Who would I be without that thought? Man, I really want to do that, but who would I be without that thought? Well, I would do that. You would be brave. You are brave. You are bold. You are smart enough. You are worthy. You are good enough. All is well. Everything will work out. You're not too old. You're not too young. You're not too stupid. You didn't have too many mistakes in your past. What other people said about you, to you, that was very hurtful, they were really just saying it about themselves because they didn't know. They didn't know any better. They thought they were their bodies. They didn't know that God was in every single cell of them, that the perfection of the universe was always available to them because, in fact, it was them. They didn't know that. So forgive the past. Who would you be without those thoughts? Well, who would I like to be? That's what I finally had to ask myself. Who would I like to be? What would I like out of my life? And I said, I want to inspire millions of people. I want to write books. I want to be a thought leader. I want to travel all around the world. I want to live in Hawaii. And every time the thoughts would come up, I would say, who would I be without that? And I would just keep saying yes to life. I would film the videos. I would publish the videos. I'd buy the filming equipment. I'd go to the seminars. I wrote my books, even though everything in the outside world said they wouldn't be successful. I did all of those things. I just kept saying yes to what God was asking of me, what my higher self was wanting me to be and express. And then everything worked out. My videos started going viral. My books started being sold. And my life changed. It was the life I was always meant to live. Abundance is the life that you're meant to have. But you have to keep asking yourself, who would I be without that thought that's keeping me from abundance? Who would I be without that thought that's keeping me from love? Who would I be without this thought right now that's keeping me from enjoying this moment? And as we keep shedding those layers, those limitations, we shed the layers and we arrive at ourself. Who are you? You're a child of God. You are a divine being. That's who you are. You aren't anything else. All the rest of it is just masks, just illusions that have been here to teach us certain things, but it's not you. So comment down below, I am a divine being. Now that you know this, what are you going to do with the rest of your life? Make the rest of your life the best of your life. And then when a thought comes up and it says, but I don't know how, but I'll fail at that. Well, this won't work out. You just say, who would I be without that thought? Who would I be without that thought? And as you keep asking yourself, it keeps pointing you closer to your true identity until eventually, who are you? Back again to the same thing. I'm a divine being. I'm a child of God. I'm connected to the universe. In fact, every cell of my body is God. I've just developed an identity that's made me think I'm separate from it. So who would I be without that thought? Who would I be without the idea of Jake? I'd be an individualization of God. I'd be the universe. I'd be infinite. I'd be all things are possible for me. And then that's the game. That's when the doors start to open up. That's when consciousness starts to become your friend. And you can create the things and manifest the things that you want. Because who are you not to have them? Comment down below, who would I be without this thought? Hit the subscribe button, hit the bell notification. If you want to totally retrain your brain to live from this place, I created a technology called the second mind. The second mind will retrain your brain to live from this level of consciousness, this identity, this way of being. That is your true identity, where you are one with God. All things are possible for you. You are deserving of love. You are deserving of abundance. You can go on an epic journey that is called your life and make it the best that you possibly can. thesecondmind.com is right there down below, and you can demo it for free to start to keep your mind in this state of consciousness, to wire your chemistry and to wire your neurocircuitry to stay at this level. It's thesecondmind.com right there down below. And then go ahead, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell notification right over there. If you dig these videos out here in nature, hit the like button right over there on it, hit the like button right over there on it, and ask yourself, who would I be without that? Who would I be without that thought that says I'm unlovable? Who would I be without that thought that says I can't attract money? Who would it be without that thought? And you can just ask yourself this all day. And as you keep saying, who would I be without this? Who would I be without that? It always leads you back to your true identity. I am one with God. I am a divine being. I am abundance. I am success. I am happiness. Every cell of my body is vibrating in harmony with the perfection of the universe. And I don't need to know how, but I need to know yes. I am saying yes to the true desires speaking in and through me. And when I say yes to those, all the perfect people, circumstances, and situations will attract back to you. That's the way it works. It's called the law of attraction. So, have an absolutely beautiful day. Thank you for watching. Nice to meet you. If this is the first time you watch one of my videos, I'm Jake Ducey, and this is from JakeDucey.com. I guess I wouldn't technically be JakeDucey.com. I am Jake Ducey, or my body is, that's the name of it. I'm a divine being, really, and so are you. So thesecondmind.com right there down below. Hit the subscribe button, the bell notification. Talk to you soon.